Thank you for joining us for today's bedtime story. Today we're reading Welcome Back, Snow White. Welcome back, Snow White. One day, a man on a horse rode up to the house where the 7 dwarfs lived. A letter from the castle from the 7 dwarfs. A letter from the castle for the 7 dwarfs, he said. I wonder if this is from Snow White, said Doc. Why, it is, and she is coming to see us. Doc went inside to tell the rest of the dwarfs the news. Hooray! Shouted the dwarfs. They jumped for joy. How wonderful! Cried Happy. I have missed Snow White very much, said Bashful. Yes, said Grumpy. It is wonderful news, but what will Snow White think when she sees our house? The sink was full of dirty dishes. The chairs were broken. There was dust everywhere. I wonder what they will do. Dirty clothes lay on the floor. Old shoes lay all about. The curtains had holes in them, and they were gray with dust. Achoo! Sneezed Sneezy. There is a lot of dust in here. Well, we just have to clean it up, said Doc. Come on. How long has she been gone that it got so messy? Doc marched to the sink. He washed all the dirty dishes. There, he said happily, all the dishes were clean. He left them next to the sink to dry, and off he went to find something else to clean. Sleepy looked around for something to do. He saw the dishes beside the sink. Carefully, he put them back into the sink. There, he yawned. Now they can soak for a while. I'll just go take a nap until they are clean. Uh-oh, that's not the best way to do it. Dopey swept all the dust into one big pile, but he did not know what to do with it. He went on to find Doc. Doc would know what Dopey should do next. Sneezy walked by. The great pile of dust tickled his nose. Achoo! He sneezed. It was a very big sneeze. Dust blew all over the cottage. It blew all over Sneezy, too. Uh-oh. This is a problem. Next came Grumpy. The dust blew in his eyes. His pail of water and soap spilled all over the floor. Just then, Happy walked across the floor. With a whoosh, Happy fell down. He tried to stand, but he could not. Instead, he slid across the floor. Look at him. He's still smiling. A fine job of cleaning up we've done, said Grumpy. This place looks worse than when we started, Doc agreed sadly. The trouble is, we are not working together, said Doc. Let's decide who's going to do what. Then we can all help each other, said Happy. Doc gave each of the dwarfs a job to do. Sneezy washed the clothes. Dopey put the wet clothes on the line to dry. It's easier to clean when someone helps you, said Sneezy. That's true. Doc took out a pail of glue. He glued new bottoms to the dwarf's old shoes. What a good idea. Bashful sat in a corner nearby. He brushed the shoes that Doc had mended. He brushed and brushed. At last, they were shiny and clean. Then he lined them up neatly, all in a row. Oh my goodness. I think they are onto something. Grumpy began to mend the broken chairs. He hammered so loud that he woke up Sleepy. "Well, it's about time you came down to help," grumbled Grumpy. "Sleepy, you clean the table while I mend the chairs," said Grumpy. With a big clean cloth, Sleepy washed the table. "Humph," said Grumpy. "This table looks pretty good." I thought he was going to complain, didn't you? Happy was busy making a cake. That sounds like a good job. Dopey liked watching Happy bake. When Happy was through, Dopey licked the spoon clean. That's an easy job. After the cake was done, all the dwarfs gathered around. "Great job," said Doc. "It smells so good," said Sleepy. "I guess the next nap can wait." "All right, everyone. Snow White will be here soon. We must get to work to the table, quick!" Dopey looked out the door. Sleepy looked out the window, and they were waiting to greet Snow White. Aw, everybody's just waiting. "Hurry, everyone," said Doc. "We must all wash up." "Wash up?" grumbled Grumpy. "Yes," said Doc. Quickly, everyone lined up to wash. Finally, they all looked neat and clean, except for Bashful. He was nowhere to be found. Where is he? "Aww." "Well, look who's here," said Happy. "Look, there stood Bashful. He was holding a big bunch of flowers." "I picked these for Snow White," he said. Just then the dwarfs heard the sound of a carriage. "She's here! She's here!" they shouted. Aww. All the dwarfs ran outside. Even Bashful came out and stood shyly behind Doc. Everyone waited for the carriage to stop. Out of the carriage stepped the beautiful Snow White. "Welcome back, Snow White," sang the 7 dwarfs. Snow White looked just like a princess. Her sweet smile, her gentle hands, and the love in her eyes were the same as ever. "Oh, I am so happy to see you all," she said. "It is good to be back." She kissed Dopey. His eyes lit up. She kissed Grumpy. His face got all red. She gave Bashful a special hug. Then Snow White went inside the cottage. "Oh my goodness," she said. "Everything is so neat and sparkling clean. Look at the sparkles." "We wanted it to be just right for you," said Grumpy. "And Doc showed us how to work together," said Happy. "Well, you should all be very proud of yourselves," she said. "I am glad you have learned to work together so very well." The dwarfs poked each other and they blushed with pride. "Working together makes the work easier," they all agreed. Then they laughed and told stories for the rest of the day. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story. And let's say our bedtime prayer. "Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Guide me gently through the night and wake me with the morning light. Amen. I hope you sleep ever so sweetly. See you tomorrow."